Wow Electric, Planters Bank, Tri-Fuse Incorporated, Portner Gas Company, KFC AAW, Princeton Drug Company, Sanders Gathering, and the Woodall Agency.
And welcome everybody to Butler Stadium, a big night of girls high school soccer here in Princeton as Caldwell County takes on Madisonville North Hopkins in what is the first big step to an automatic bid to the regional tournament this year with the absence of Dawson Springs. Dennis Stevens along with Joe McEnany, Darren Lewis here at the stadium. And Joe, a big game coming up tonight for these Lady Tigers, a perfect night for it. And we're expecting some action here tonight on WPKY.
Absolutely, Dennis. We watched a great JV game just a little while ago. Finished up, I think Madisonville edged us 4-2, if I'm not mistaken. But you said it, big district battle. Here we go, getting into the meat and potatoes of the season right here.
You're absolutely right. A perfect night here. Nice, cool weather. Field in great condition after the rain this morning. But Joe, this is a game where you win this one, then if you beat Hopkins Central in a couple of weeks, whenever these teams play, I think Caldwell plays them in a couple of weeks, that's an automatic bid into the regional tournament because you'll go into the district as the #1 seed.
Yeah, it's amazing the difference with just the 3 teams in the district, Dennis, and you're right. This is the game for all intents and purposes. This dictates an automatic bid. So both teams know it. Both teams prepared, I'm sure, for it, and we expect a heck of a game.
Yeah, I think Coach Jacobs is ready for this one. He's talked to the girls. You've got to have that mindset. You're the reigning district champions. You're going to go in this game to make a statement for October.
Oh, I'm quite sure they had this game circled on the calendar. So I expect the Lady Tigers to be ready.
And we are going to have the national anthem coming up and player lineups, and then we'll get this going here at Butler Stadium. Caldwell County in the all-home white tonight. Madisonville in the maroons with the white numbers.
And you mentioned it. What a beautiful evening for Lady Tiger soccer. If you have the opportunity, plenty of time, come out and join us. Concession stands going strong. Come out, have a little pork chop sandwich, and enjoy what we believe is going to be a fantastic night of soccer.
It's going to be great. And where else can you get this much action and food? $5 to get in. This is great. Great atmosphere tonight.
Absolutely.
I was kind of looking for Coach Jacobs to see if he's going to play the national anthem.
He's coming over now, so...
Right, I'm going to take these headphones off. I'm going to leave it with you, Joe, because after this I'll get to do the introductions.
Very good. So we'll stay with you here for the playing of the national anthem. Okay.
You will please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Okay, great rendition of the national anthem. Getting ready for game time. We're going to have our own Dennis Stevens, the voice of the Lady Tigers, announcing both of the teams. Start off with Madisonville North Maroon team, and then move on to our Lady Tigers starters. So we'll have our live feed, and you'll be able to hear Dennis in the background.
Tonight is the Caldwell County Lady Tigers and the Madisonville Lady Maroons. Time now for tonight's starting lineups. For Madisonville, we'll go through their lineup. Number 1, Abby Miller. Number 2, Emma Payton. Number 3, Lily Plumer. Number 4, Kathleen Ramsey. Number 5, Olivia Burris. Number 7, Caitlin Morris. Number 8, Shayla Embry. Number 9, Kaylin Young. Number 10, Maddie McCray. 11, Kara Franklin. Number 12, Anna Morgan. Number 13, Kinsley Zaida. 15, Faith Yonks. 16, Kylie Coyle. 17, Keely Ashby. 18, Lily Knight. 20, Maya Williams. 22, Maggie Holmes. 23, Sarah Holland Backman. And number 24, Courtney Ashby. Now, student section, show them how to make some noise for your reigning 7th District Champion Lady Tigers. Introducing first, 00, Drew Hadley Thomas. Number 1, Taywolf Freeman. Number 2, Mackenzie Smiley. Number 3, Lucy Goffinette. Number 8, Maggie Ginn. Number 10, S.G. Carnahan. Number 13, Kelsey the Enforcer Adams. Number 14, McKenna Jackson. Number 16, Meriden Janina. Number 17, Hannah Young. And number 19, Lainey Fletcher. God bless you, players, and have a good game.
Okay, we got to hear the best of the best announcing both team rosters, and we're getting ready for a great night of soccer. Again, the Lady Tigers versus the Madisonville Maroons. And here again with Dennis Stevens, Darren Lewis, I'm Joe McEnany. Looking forward to bringing you a great broadcast and hopefully a victory from Butler Stadium. Dan, well done there, buddy.
Man, we get to have so much fun with these kids. They enjoy it. We got the big student section over there tonight. This is almost playoff atmosphere, almost district tournament atmosphere tonight, as these teams know what's on the line. It's a first step and a likely number 1 seed in the district tournament this year and an automatic bid into the regional. So a lot on the line tonight here in Princeton.
Yeah, just such a difference with with Dawson not able to field a team this year, the importance of this game based on the region, being an automatic. So here we go for a great evening of soccer.
Caldwell County won the toss. They will have first possession. Janina plays it back to Freeman. Freeman's going to look up the middle, deflected by Madisonville. Madisonville comes into tonight 3-1-2 on the season. Caldwell County 4-3. Caldwell with the ball in the offensive end. It's Freeman looking into the corner for Smiley. Drop off to Fletcher. Nice touch pass back to Smiley, who goes down to the corner, crossover. First shot on goal caught by the keeper for Madisonville, but a nice look in that first offensive possession for Caldwell County.
Absolutely. Happy to see Caldwell with that aggressive move. Great move down the line and perfect shot on goal.
Punt out is first touch by Madisonville. Freeman there, though, had the pressure. Now Madisonville comes over on their offensive end. They'll take it in front of the Lady Tiger bench. Sarah Grace Carnahan deflects it, spins right on the line. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Maroons. Throw comes in, defended there by number 3, Lucy Goffinette. It comes our way. Nice defensive play by Goffinette to drop back.
Yeah, had her player goal side, so just moved into the body of her, and Madisonville puts it out.
Throw comes into Mackenzie Smiley, takes it up the line to Goffinette. Nice header back to Smiley. Smiley with the big lob looking for Janina. Ball up in the air. Goffinette's going to come back to get this one. She'll probably put the drop back to Carnahan. Little miscommunication, and Madisonville able to come away with it, but there's Young defensively for the Lady Tigers in perfect position down the line.
Yeah, we've talked all season about these defenders. What a great line we have back there. 2 seniors, 2 freshmen. Outstanding.
Madisonville momentarily had a shot but turned it down. Now puts a weaker one on, and no problem for Drew Thomas as she'll pick that up and come up with a punt usually out near midfield. This one off of 2 Madisonville players. There's Smiley with it. Smiley has some open field. She's looking for Goffinette down the line. Pulls it back. Now feeds it through to her. Goffinette takes it into the 18 on the right side. And Madisonville is going to be called, or Lucy got called with the foul. I'm not sure I saw that one just like the official did down on the line, but he was closer than me, so we'll give that to him. Free kick for Madisonville just underway here at Butler Stadium. Kick comes out, headed by Madisonville straight up in the air. Good job by Smiley to try to get possession. Smiley looked like she was undercut, and no call on it. Smiley lost her footing with the push out. And we're going to change that one and come the other way. That's the good call. That's a good job by the referee to change that call, Joe, because Smiley was undercut on the play.
Yeah, I think the players must have got confused because clearly that was a foul on Madisonville. Oh.
And a shot, well, actually a pass by Goffinette almost found the net on the corner. Freeman coming down. It took a diving stop by the keeper for Madisonville to be able to pull that one out.
Yeah, great crash by Taylor, and, like you said, a fine play by the Madisonville keeper to keep that ball from going in.
Now Fletcher has it left corner, comes around, wants to put the cross on. Nice step back move. She play it across, looking for Janina. Deflected by Madisonville. Still in the corner live. See if it stays in. Does stay in. Madisonville tries to clear.
Hey, let's put some pressure on that.
And the ball is going to come out to midfield. Madisonville still with possession. But there's Ginn with a nice steal. She takes it back up the right side, or the left side, excuse me, but out of bounds. She was looking for Fletcher down the line. It'll be a throw for Madisonville.
Yeah, great intensity by both teams, which we expected. Lady Tigers clearly going after the ball stronger than they did the opening in the last game.
Yeah, we were a little bit soft on the opening against Graves County, and it showed up, although they played a pretty good game that night. I think the rematch against Graves County coming up in a few weeks in that tournament might come out differently.
Yeah,
come
absolutely.
out with this intensity. Sarah Grace Carnahan now puts the lob back in. Look for Freeman. Goes over her head, back over towards Janina. Now Goffinette comes in trying to win the 50-50 ball. Does. Brings it back. Madisonville triple team steals it away along the line. That's going to go almost out of bounds. She did save it. Young, though, with the power kick down to Freeman. Freeman deadened it, but Madisonville comes away with it. Madisonville with the 2-on-4 numbers. Good step up by Jackson. Madisonville still down into the corner, kicked out of bounds. And I think that'll be Kelsey Adams setting her defense back up, Joe. She didn't want to take any chances. It was getting a little bit too deep down about the 18 extended.
22 made a nice little run, able to just stay out of the reach of the Lady Tigers.
Ball loose along the baseline. Caldwell tried to save it from being a corner kick. It'll be the first one of the night, and this one will go to Madisonville from just in front of the concession stand here at Butler Stadium. Madisonville going towards the Washington Street end, and Caldwell County taking their offense toward the Main Street end.
Yeah, really just the first threat for Madisonville coming in off the corner. Looked like number 9.
Ball in play up in front of the net, headed to the far side. Giving chase this way was Goffinette defensively for Caldwell County. It'll be a throw-in for Madisonville.
Good job by the defense just to clear that ball out.
Big throw takes it in almost to the 6. Ball still down, cleared out. I think that was Kelsey Adams brought that one out. Now Janina giving battle. Janina up against a couple of people. She does lob it down into her offensive end and giving chase. That's going to switch the field for Caldwell County really nicely. Fletcher comes up. Fletcher's got an open shot from about 20 if she wants it, deflected by Madisonville. Coach Jacobs had the same thought that you and I probably did, Joe. Take that shot from about 20 out. Unselfish play by Laney, but that one was fairly wide open for that distance, and Laney has plenty of leg to make that one.
Absolutely. Nice play by Janina getting that started. Runs the ball down. Defense tries to make a clear. Laney's right there, picks it up, dribbles it down to the 20, and I agree. We want to see her take that shot.
And Janina made a play that really doesn't stand out in a scoring book anywhere. Nobody in front of her offensively, no teammate, but she still lobbed it enough to get the ball into the offensive end.
Absolutely, went after her own pass.
Right, she did a great job. Nice thought by Meriden to play that ball that deep.
force a little pressure on the player, and that's what happens. They try to make an errant clear. It lands on Laney's feet.
And they are going to call Kelsey with the block over there. Joe, it's going to be some pretty soft calls tonight, apparently, as the referee is already reaching into the pocket. And it'll be a yellow card on Kelsey Adams, and not a lot of contact for that yellow.
No, I mean, an aggressive play by Kelsey, no doubt, going after the ball.
Yeah, she kept cleats down and used her body, and not just
right. So
it's Madisonville with the free kick near midfield. They bring it down. The header flicked into the box, but picked up by Drew Thomas. So Kelsey has to play with just a little bit of a air of carefulness about her the rest of the way tonight. She doesn't want to pick up that second yellow.
Yeah, especially like you said, Dennis. It didn't seem like a yellow card. Sure, you can call a foul on that, but a yellow card just seemed excessive from what we've been witnessing all season.
Right.
Put it that way.
This is a contact sport. That's why 8th graders don't play it. I mean,
right.
you got to have some contact.
And again, nothing that we saw that was
nothing
belligerent.
hard or.
But again, I guess that that ref's setting the tone of what he's going to allow, if you will.
And again, 2 referees on the game tonight, which makes it a little bit hard for them. The one on the far side that made the call, I have not seen in the action here at Caldwell County before.
Yeah, nor have I.
So Kelsey's set to check back into the ball game, but she's still going to play aggressive. Just got to play a little bit smart the rest of the way in this ball game. We're only getting close to about 10 minutes in, or 9 minutes in. No score so far.
Yeah, no, we don't want to see Adams pick up that second yellow card, because, of course, doesn't that mean she's out the next game then as well, correct?
So Caldwell County, let's see, that kick went over the end line. Not much on. I thought it might have been deflected, but it's not. So Drew Hadley will be able to kick this one out. Free kick from the 6 for Drew. Big leg puts it all the way out near the midfield circle. Sarah Grace Carnahan there defensively for the Tigers. Still has possession, plays it up the field. She was looking for Janina, picked off by Madisonville, but they kicked it out of bounds. So it'll stay Lady Tiger ball.
Ball in quickly.
Push on Taylor Freeman, no call. The ball goes down to the far end. And it'll go out of bounds for a Lady Maroon throw in.
Well, what we expected, Dennis. Good hard play on both sides. The referee called it similar in the JV game. Really didn't tolerate or accept, if you will, the physical play that we've been used to seeing all season. So it's going to take an adjustment probably for both these teams.
Yeah, it is. If you see the game called that tight early on, it makes you apprehensive about going for, say, 50-50 balls or maybe even putting a block on somebody. So it will affect the game. Step over move by Madisonville, cleared. And Adams is pushed down in the box. It's going to be called, and they'll come the other way with that one.
That's what you.
And apparently 22 did not hear the whistle at all any of the time. So I think that was Hannah Young, actually, that went down. And the ball's going to go back. The call was against Madisonville, but after several seconds, it's going to be Caldwell County free kick just outside of their own 18. Carnahan with a nice kick up the field off the head of Madisonville. Now Janina takes it. Good settle by Janina. Madisonville is going to kick this one out of bounds. It'll be a throw in, Lady Tigers. A lot of discussion early on about the officiating from both coaches. We can pick up here from our vantage point on the far side of Butler Stadium.
Yeah, you can, the listening audience can hear as well, I'm sure.
Neither coach is really pleased with what they're seeing from the guys in yellow so far.
Part of the game.
Fletcher bumped, but they're going to call her for the handball as she was bumped into the ball from behind. Adams still set to check into the ball game. Morgan McDaniel's in the lineup right now for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, one of the benefits of a Lady Tiger team is a deep bench, clearly so.
Free kick Comes across again there for Caldwell County. Now 22 has it for Madisonville. Got a little bit too much room. Ball put up, but deflected by a couple of Lady Tigers. Now it comes back out. Nice move by Taylor Freeman. The equivalent of a behind-the-back dribble to get around some trouble by Freeman.
Yep.
And the foul is going to be called on Fletcher on the far sideline. So it'll be Madisonville ball near midfield, far side of the field. Caldwell County sets the defense. Kick is up, and it's touched by again. She's going to follow it down into the corner. Now Madisonville comes away with it. Wanted to try to cross it. They're going to kick that one off of a Lady Tiger, and it'll be another corner kick for Madisonville. I think that went off of Carnahan.
Yeah, just went off. Maggie made a nice play settling that ball, and the Maroon player just was able to touch it right out of her possession, and then Carnahan had no option. Didn't want that to develop. So
second
right
corner
move.
of the night, and it goes again to Madisonville. They set up same spot in front of the concession stand. Kick is up a little bit wider this time. Head flick by Madisonville, no good. Goes down into the far corner. Giving chase is Goffinette, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Lady Tiger throw from deep in their own defensive end. And McDaniels comes out of the ball game. Good minutes by McDaniels to come in after
absolutely.
Adams got the flag, got the card on the play earlier. So the Lady Tigers set for the throw. Off of Madisonville player. Smiley in a fight trying to get control of the ball. Madisonville still has it. Now Smiley back in control, and the foul call is as Smiley is pushed in the back. Carnahan gets set for the free kick. Plenty of leg to get this one across midfield. And nice play by Smiley to get the first touch on that one. Through ball goes through, but there is Adams to kick it back out. Goes out of bounds, far sideline in front of the student section. It'll be a throw for Madisonville as Pookie Trailer is set to check into the ball game.
Again, good action, both sides, both teams. You know, ball playing a lot in the middle section of the field. Looks like they're going to call a high kick there.
And it'll be another throw on the far side.
This is going to
be a free,
kick.
yeah. It'll be a kick if they did call a high kick. And they're going with the throw. Maybe she kicked it from out of bounds. I'm not sure. It's hard to see the line on the far side from over here. Madisonville has controlled the ball the last 3 or 4 minutes of this ball game. Caldwell County started out big, but still no score in the ball game. Big kick by Ginn as she clears it. Now it's Janina in a foot race down toward the far end. Janina comes up with it.
Play.
Stolen back away by number 13. Janina for a second had an open look.
I tell you,
closed quickly, but Madisonville not taking any chances. They're going to put it out of bounds.
Just a smart play by Janina. Put herself, you could tell the body language of the defenseman where she was going with the ball, and puts herself in the passing lane or in the clearing lane, if you will, and darn near has a great opportunity.
Throw in stolen away by Madisonville. They put the drop. They're going to kick that one out of bounds. Now Caldwell County with a chance for the throw. Matea Butts and Pookie Trailer set to check in, but with 2 referees, it's hard to
they don't see
get these substitutions in.
Oh.
Good spin and reverse looking for Goffinette on this side. And Goffinette's going to get called for the push. It'll be Madisonville ball just about 5 yards outside of their 18. 24 minutes left in the first half. No score in this one. Big district matchup. First touch by Freeman on the kick at midfield. Drives it back to Madisonville. Smiley looked to go up with it. But stolen away by Madisonville again. Now off the shoulder of Jackson. Jackson tries to settle. Wants to put it on the field to Smiley. Smiley finds Goffinette.
Nice.
Goffinette wants to go in between a couple of people. Blocked out. And the play has slowed down considerably, Joe Mack, since the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game.
Yes, it has, and it looks like the Tigers are starting to get back the control back on this game.
Drive down into the corner is going to go out of bounds, but the nice thought by that Caldwell County back line.
Yeah, I always like to see that back line move up.
Butts and Trailer checking into the ball game. Coming out is going to be Janina. Pookie will go up front for Meriden. That's going to move Goffinette to the far side as Butts will stay on this side, and Laney Fletcher will come out of the ball game. One of the pluses on this team you mentioned earlier, Joe, is that deep bench. Coach Jacobs has a lot of rotations he can put in through the course of a game.
Yes, he can.
Now Madisonville with a good look coming back to help out is Ginn on the sideline as Kelsey Adams made a great play, puts it back up to Ginn. Ginn looked for Goffinette, but it goes out of bounds in front of the student section. It'll be a throw-in for Madisonville.
Yeah, nice play by Adams to turn that ball around.
One touch looking up for Traylor. Traylor outran by Madisonville on that one. Now Madisonville wants to switch fields. Butts turns it back towards the middle. Smiley there defensively for the Lady Tigers. They get it down to number 22, lays it in, bump, and cleared out by Caldwell County.
Nice play by Hannah Young. Bodies up, disrupts the Madisonville player, helps clear that ball.
Taylor Freeman looks up the field for Butts, back to Freeman. Joe Freeman averaging 1 assist per ball game, and that's the unselfish player that she's been for 4 years now.
Yeah, you know, again, we'll continue to talk about her the rest of the season. Her stellar play there in the center, really the quarterback, if you will, of this soccer club.
Madisonville really likes to work to number 22. That's Maggie Holmes, and she does have 5 goals on the season and the leading scorer for Madisonville, although they do spread the offense around. She has 5 goals in 6 games.
Once again, we appreciate your homework, Dennis. Again, the voice of the Lady Tigers, Dennis Stevens, always knows the most knowledgeable individual, or who I believe is the most knowledgeable individual when it comes to soccer.
Well, I appreciate that, Joe. Thank you very much.
Oh, nice play.
Going down to the corner for Traylor. Traylor has some time to turn it around. Now closed in by 2. It goes off of Madisonville, but there to clean it up is Smiley. Smiley now in the battle. That's going off. Let's see. It's he's trying to make his mind up. It's going to go Madisonville. He had both hands up for a minute. I don't think they're going to allow that one.
Okay.
And it's going to stay Caldwell ball, although the far side pointed Madisonville. So McEnany is going to come in for Freeman.
Yeah, give her a well-deserved rest.
Freeman's controlling the ball well in the middle of the field. 1 goal on the season, but as we said, 7 big assists already on the season for Freeman. Ball goes out of bounds. Another throw by Caldwell. Comes out to Traylor. Traylor goes down. No call. Still on the far corner. Ball played back to Traylor. Traylor's going to come out, put the drop up to Jackson. Jackson now wants to switch fields, gets
Very
it over
nice.
towards the middle,
Oh,
takes the big long shot
Oh.
and deflected away. I thought she got a hand on it. They're going to call it a goal kick.
Yeah, I think it just she tried to make sure it was not online. I think she, like you said, just outside her reach. But like you heard the coach, I like it too. You know, you got Butts crashing from the corner. Jackson switches the field, puts a shot on goal essentially.
This goal kick's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Caldwell County throw in front of the Madisonville bench. We'll see if they score on this possession and before we go to a break, but we'll be ready to go to one in just a second. We're about halfway through this first half. Still no score this big district matchup tonight. Lady Maroons, Lady Tigers. Madisonville again kicks it out of bounds. Carnahan will take the throw in front of the Maroon bench. And the throw by Carnahan goes off of Traylor and out of bounds. It'll go towards Madisonville. So with that, we'll take a quick break and be right back. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on WPKY.
New car buyers, listen up. We need to move our new car and truck inventory fast, and we need your trade. At Tri-Keys Incorporated, we know the dollar is tight, but there's never been a better time to buy a new vehicle. With fantastic rebates, low rates, awesome trade allowance, and 7 American car lines to choose from, Tri-Keys Incorporated is sure to fit you with the perfect vehicle at a price that's pleasing. And as always, if we don't have what you want on our lot, we'll find it for you. Don't go out of town for a good deal. Stay in town for a great deal. Tri-Keys Incorporated, where your trade is worth more.
All right, we're back.
And back to Butler Stadium. Madisonville has possession in the offensive end. McEnany give chase. Kicked away by Ginn. That was going to go near the sideline. See if McEnany can get there. Cannot. And it'll be throw in for the Lady Maroons. No score here. 18.5 left in the first half. Ball thrown in by Madisonville out of bounds, and it'll come back Lady Tiger way. Comes into McEnany. Nice settle and drop over to Butts. Just let her a hair too much. It'll go out of bounds and back to.
After the ball's out of play, she goes back with the clear center of it, okay? Well, can you watch my player? Maybe being
And
that would
some
be fantastic if she did
extracurricular activity apparently on the field. Caldwell County has possession, though. Brings it up to Butts. Butts with a nice pass back over to McEnany. McEnany gets it through a couple of players.
Just a little too far again.
A little too far ahead of Butts as Fletcher is set to check back into the ball game at the next dead ball for Caldwell County. Ball off the hand, no call, over it again. Again has it taken away by Madisonville. Settled by Young. Young's going to play it out of bounds near the Lady Tiger bench. Madisonville thought for a second about taking it middle, but changed their mind. Comes back out. It's going to go out of bounds. Lady Tiger throw as Fletcher will go back in the ball game. And Butts will come out. Good minutes by Matea Butts tonight. And Joe Mack, that's one thing Coach Jacobs doesn't necessarily ask these kids that come in to be stars or to play 20 minutes a game, but he wants to get 4 or 5 good minutes out of them. And by and large, all season, they've answered the bell on just about every occasion.
Absolutely. I tell you, that's a smart play, especially as you got a long season. The ability and the strength of the team to be able to rotate players in and out, not only from a keep them healthy standpoint, keep their legs fresh as the second half of the game comes in.
Free kick for Smiley. She was called on the foul. Big kick by Smiley, caught. Almost a fair catch by the keeper for Madisonville. She comes out, punt out. Not the distance of a Drew Thomas, but still played out of bounds.
Off Madisonville player, though.
Free throw in, far side by Jackson. At midfield, Madisonville has it. They play it back to number 22, and we said that's Maggie Holmes. Madisonville still coming the offensive way. Kelsey Adams with a nice kick to change the field. Now Fletcher and Traylor giving chase. Smiley comes in, plays it through to Traylor. Traylor has an open shot, left-footed. Let's see if it gets through. It does not, just barely stopped at the feet of the keeper. But nice position by Pookie Traylor to be right at the edge of that defensive line.
Absolutely. Great play, waits for the kick, then takes off. No offsides on that play, so great play by Traylor.
Ball played back up to Madisonville, still on the offensive end for Caldwell County as McEnany comes up, drops it over to Goffinet. Goffinet dances around, puts it up through towards Fletcher. Fletcher with a nice crossover move, though, picked away. She'll play it back to Goffinet. Lucy had a shot for a second, but she, I guess, considered too far out, but stolen away by Madisonville. Now they want to play long ball coming the other way, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in, Lady Tigers.
Oh, yeah, you saw that materializing, Dennis. Would like to see us get a shot off there, but again, I think the Lady Tiger intensity has picked up here recently, and having a couple opportunities putting shots on goal. We'll get one of them to go in.
Oh, yeah, they're going to get one sooner or later. They're playing too well right now, passing the ball too well. Maybe need to be just a little less unselfish. Freeman comes in back into the ball game. She has the ball now, looking up the field for Janina, who came back in with her. Gets through, looking for Smiley now. Smiley battles through a couple, takes a bump, no call. Ball goes out of bounds, far sideline, and it's going to be Lady Tiger ball. And let's see who came down to take this throw. I think that was Jackson. Put the ball in, goes out of bounds, and it'll be off of Lady Tigers. Madisonville tries to quickly turn back the other way with 14 minutes left in the first half. And if they get any farther up, they'll be at midfield.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, the referee's going to bring her back a little bit.
Can't blame the Madisonville player for trying. And
I was very close to a young lady that used to wear a 13 that could get away with that every now and then.
Like you said, you called it well. Any much farther, you'd have been midfield making that throw.
So Madisonville takes possession, but a nice flick on the steal by Fletcher, looking for Janina. Janina had the one player in front of her, now through. And let's see if Freeman can battle through a couple of players. And Madisonville kicks it out across the end line. So Caldwell County's first corner kick of the night will come with 13:38 left here in the first half.
Sorry about that. As I was looking, Dennis, I was zooming in, so any of you watching outside, hold on just a second. I'll put the mic closer.
And Smiley's going to take this corner kick. It's on the end that's raised up a little bit right in front of the scoreboard, but Smiley's got plenty of leg to get it to the middle. She goes across and it's going to go a little too far on it, little extra adrenaline flowing tonight in this big district matchup, so McKenzie will reel that back in next time around, I'm sure.
Yeah, she had Taylor on the far side, so it wasn't a bad idea. I think you're right, just adrenaline pumping a little bit and put a little too much on that one.
Throw into Taylor, she has it taken away, but McEnany able to come back and make the steal between two people, gets it over to Janina, drops it off to Smiley. Smiley not able to get through a couple, turns and puts the shot on, no good. That would have been a phenomenal goal to be able to turn. She almost had to do a 180 to get that one off.
I tell you, Smiley, smaller frame, but boy, does she have a rocket leg. She can put that leg on the ball. You never know what you're going to see when she gets the ball.
She's got a strong left foot too, Joe. She can score either side of the field. Ball up. McEnany's sandwich. No call out there. The ball goes all the way back to Ginn, but Madisonville puts it through. Giving chase is Adams, along with number 22 for Madisonville. Adams wins that race, puts it back near midfield. Madisonville gains possession. Smiley comes back defensively, puts the Madisonville player down, and they will call that one.
They're going to call that.
Student section like that one. They're going to say McKenzie extended the arm too much on the play, is the call from the far side of the field. Goffinette set to check in for Caldwell County. A free kick just in front of the student section here at Butler Stadium. Ball up. Big kick coming in inside the 18. Loose, but picked up by Drew Thomas. Nice concentration by Drew in front of a crowd.
Great concentration. I tell you, and 22 was right in the mix, Dennis, so you called it. She must have a nose for that ball. That is a handball.
No call on the handball. Freeman will come up and get this one. Looks for Janina. Janina with a touch.
Oh, nice.
Tries to get through a couple of people. Good block by Janina. It's a foot race between her and the keeper. And Janina just beaten by the keeper by maybe a half a step, Joe Mack, because she was ready to put the drill on that one.
I tell you, once again, you just love to see that type of hustle.
Kick out. Kick from Madisonville comes maybe 5 yards into the circle, but not midfield at all like we're used to seeing from Drew Hadley. Coming in is going to be Goffinette for the Lady Tigers. Smiley's going to come out and get a breather. Good to see Smiley recovered from that early season knee injury enough to be away from the brace now.
Yeah, she doesn't have to wear the brace. That's great. Yeah, what a pivotal player as we get into the meat of the district play.
Smiley, one of the club players on the Caldwell County team. A lot of these seniors played club ball over the years, so it's a group that knows how to play together.
Yeah, and you can see that as they move that ball, especially those midfielders with Janina.
Good throw in on the nice kick by Janina. Janina's got it over to Fletcher. Fletcher puts a shot on, bumbled around, but picked up. Great job by Fletcher to even get a shot off.
Absolutely. Great shot on goal, which looked like just impossible. No chance for a shot, but she gets it away.
Punt out. McEnany measured that one out. She saw the first couple of kicks, knew about how far to go. Ginn takes it over to McEnany. McEnany up to Fletcher. A shank by Madisonville goes up on the roof and fortunately down over the dugout as Carnahan will take the throw for the Lady Tigers. Under 10 minutes left in the first half. No score here at Butler Stadium. Ball still loose. Fletcher has it now going up the right side. 3 Madisonville players give chase. She drops it back to McEnany. McEnany measured it up for a second, puts the pass on, and it was Goffinette blocked away. Nice pass by McEnany to put that one in.
Yeah, that you could see just outside Goffinette's reach as she was crashing from the other side. So good idea, great chance for Lady Tigers.
Ball gets away length of the field, but easily picked up by Drew Thomas with 9 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, Lady Tigers really starting to take over command.
Ball bounces back. Jackson there defensively for the Lady Tigers. That is number 22, Holmes. Caldwell County player down, no call. And that's Jackson. She hops back up with a little bit of a limp. I guarantee you Jackson will remember the number.
Yeah.
Ball played up by Caldwell County. right to the back defensive player for Madisonville. They get it back up to number 22, bump, and down goes number 13, Adams. Way more contact than what Adams got yellow carded for earlier in the game. They let that one go. In fact, enough to send Adams rolling a couple of times. And Ginn's going to play this one out, kind of settle things up for that Lady Tiger defense.
Yeah, it's all of a sudden intensity level back.
Half comes to near the end.
Right, and you know, we know officiating is difficult, but you just hope for consistency.
Shot on goal. Nice stop by Drew Thomas.
Great stop.
Tapped it up to herself, able to make the catch.
Couple good one touches by Madisonville to get really what I believe was their best opportunity.
Great job by Freeman on that head flick right at midfield, all the way down into the corner. Madisonville, though, gets there first, plays it back up, but a great job by Taylor Freeman. Caldwell steals it back. Step over move. I think that's Goffinette on that side. Now it comes over to Sarah Grace Carnahan. Touch pass goes into the middle. She was looking for Pookie, but he gets by her. Now Madisonville takes it out of bounds at the far end. Sets the check back in as Mackenzie Smiley. Kayla McEnany will come out. Good minutes by McEnany tonight here in the first half.
Yeah, I like his platoon system with the midfielders, keeping them fresh. Now you got the two seniors back in. Let's see if they can't convert.
Throw in was looking for Freeman. Ball goes back in, now still loose, but kicked away by Madisonville. That one had some potential for just a second. Adams comes up with the kick, spun around again. And Joe Mack, these are games with two officials that it's just hard to see the play go on after the contact.
Yes.
And there's a lot going on after Coach Jacobs brought that to our attention.
That's why you see, you know, that's the difference of having a center ref and two sideline refs.
Absolutely.
For just what you said, because the sideline refs are responsible for keeping track of what's going on after the play.
So we are down under 6 minutes. No score in this one. Good throw in by Smiley. Smiley gets it settled, makes a turn looking towards the goal, but picked up easily by the keeper as Madisonville will turn and switch the other way.
Yeah, just out of the reach of Fletcher. Smiley makes a turn, puts that ball down. Just out of the reach. They're close, Dennis.
Kick is up, one of her better kicks.
Yep.
Comes out within a couple of yards of midfield. There's Carnahan, though, able to take that one. And let's see, it's going to be Madisonville, as the official said. I don't know. So at least he was honest.
Yeah.
So
that's a
Caldwell County able to come back with the steal.
Okay, that was a...
And a little too much contact in on Kelsey Adams. So Kelsey will get the free kick as Madisonville was pushing her around pretty good. And I think a lot of players are smart enough to realize Kelsey has a yellow card on her, so they'll try to maybe bait her just a little bit as the night goes along. She's got to be smart enough, even though a freshman.
Yeah, she's a freshman, but you're right. Trap. But she's another that's played club ball. She understands the game. So Kelsey's, you know, physical player, but she's a smart player as well.
Good leap up by Freeman, gets it over to Pookie. Oh. Pookie has it taken away, but a great play again by Freeman. Madisonville works it back up. That's number 22. And that's Maggie Holmes, the center of attention for Madisonville. Good job by Caldwell County to clear that one out. They find Goffinette, far sideline. Lucy plays it over to Smiley. Smiley makes the turn this side. Coming up is going to be Freeman. Good communication by Freeman to say she had it. That puts Smiley back in the middle. Taylor almost with a great through ball down the center. Madisonville plays it back to midfield. There's Goffinette, though, out of nowhere. Came up with the steal. Plays it over to Ginn. Ginn comes up. Good job by Freeman to steal that one away. Ball. Puts it up to Pookie. Pookie with the feed over, looking for Fletcher. Fletcher setting this one up. Wanted to make a run at it. Puts a left-footed shot on. Hooks it just outside the near post. Picked up by Madisonville.
Yeah, nice play by Fletcher to get herself open. Hooked it a little too much, but great left foot.
Fletcher, one of the most improved players over her years here at Caldwell County as anybody that's ever played.
I tell you what, she's lightning fast, too. It kind of reminds me of the Flash out there. Her and Goffinette on the wings.
Yeah, she's one of those rare combinations. She's got the speed, she's got the finesse, but if you want to play a physical game, that's right in Laney's wheelhouse too.
As we've seen.
Caldwell County with the throw at midfield. Bump in the back, no call on Goffinette. Goes off of her. It'll be throw in Madisonville. Janina set to check in for Caldwell County as Troy will come out of the ball game. Trailer's been in a couple of times, not good minutes for Caldwell County.
Yes.
Ticking down close to that 2-minute mark where we'll stop the clock and put it on the referee at that point. 2:40 left in the first half. No score here in Princeton. Adams, big left-footed kick to put it into play. Comes up giving chase was Janina, because you never know, that could bounce.
Yeah, absolutely. That was probably a smart, aggressive play by the goalie, who has seemed more passive, but that was the first time we've really seen her come out and aggressively go after a ball.
One thing tonight that I've seen more out of Caldwell County than maybe a week or so ago against UHA, these first touches on the kicks out by the keeper for the opposing team have been much better.
Yes.
Not a lot of wasted possessions giving it up to the other team. I know that was a point of emphasis with Coach Jacobs when we talked before the game tonight.
Probably some, yeah, like you said, make some adjustments after seeing that in practices probably as well as the games and making those adjustments.
Ball played back in. Smiley put it down looking. Janina puts it over to Fletcher. Fletcher with a nice touch pass
ball.
back to Janina. Janina has a breakaway,
Okay.
goes down in the goal. And it's a foul on Madisonville. Let's see if it was outside the box. They're going to call it well outside the box.
Hey, where's the color on that? That's goal scoring.
It's going to be Smiley to take this kick.
Sir, that is a
Okay.
card.
She's going to be about 22 yards on the kick.
Not much time left in this half, so we want to see this convert.
Oh, big goal. One goal will go a long
Come on,
way tonight in
Smiley.
this one. Smiley set.
Nice
puts the
touch.
boot kick over, off the front of the net. Heads
Yes!
in by Fletcher. Laney comes up with the goal off the deflected kick from Smiley.
I tell you what, and that's one of those times where you see just a beautiful ball put on goal. Smiley doesn't try to do anything crazy. She pops that ball over the defensive line that was on her, puts it on goal, and what a great shot. The ball could have went in on its own, quite frankly. The goalie makes a great initial save, bounces off the crossbar, and here's Fletcher crashing. Picks up the goal.
You got the word there, Joe, crashing. That's what you like to see. A lot of white jerseys in front of that net. Laney had the presence of mind to put the header on it and put it in. Gives Caldwell County the 1-0 lead as we near the end of the first half.
And that all starts, again, back in the midfield, who comes in on Janina. Janina makes an aggressive play, gets tripped up, and gives the Tigers an opportunity because of her hustle.
And the call goes out of bounds on the far side. Let's see what the whistle stopped. We had advantage, but they're going to give us the free kick, I think.
Yeah, that's typically, you're right. We did have the advantage. A lot of times they'll just wait and see what happens with that ball. You can see where it ended up down on the Maroons half of the field, but that's all right. We got a free kick coming in.
And Joe
Time
Mack,
winding down.
That student section almost filled tonight, and you love to see that because these kids are the same ones supporting them on Friday nights, and they've come out to do their best tonight, knowing this is a big district matchup.
I tell you, and they have a lot of fun over there, and they, you might hear some groans and moans, but it's actually they're good fun. Have a lot of energy is the word I'm looking for. So
as the whistles blow the first half to a close, Caldwell County with a late goal with about a minute left puts them on the board, and they have a 1-0 lead in halftime. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back to recap the first half, take a look at the second half, and look at our broadcast schedule for the week. So stay tuned for that. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on WPKY.
This is Carol at the Woodall Agency at 110 West Washington Street in the heart of downtown Princeton. Our agency is proud to have been a part of this community since 1907. We want you to come by and see us soon. We may be able to save you some money on your home, auto, motorcycle, or mobile home insurance. We offer discounts for good students, multi-policy, safe drivers, and many more. We appreciate our loyal customers, and we will work hard to make you feel like part of the Woodall Agency family. Call me today at 365-5541.
sun sizzles outside, drop by Sanders Gatherings and check out their late summer picks, garlands and wreaths, with loads of bright summer into fall colors. You'll find all American classics with rescued and reproduction pieces to create interiors that are reminiscent of yesteryear's simpler lifestyle. And just plain country accessories, including lamps, pottery, candlesticks, canvases, and much more. Sanders Gatherings is a cool store with cool prices. And as always, check out their half-price corner. Come on by Sanders Gatherings, 115 East Main in downtown Princeton. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 4. Phone 365-4000.
Princeton Drug Company, 103 West Main in Princeton, proudly prescriptions and friendly service. Princeton Drug offers in-town delivery, in-store pickup, or a convenient drive-through window. Princeton Drug has a wide selection of Christian greeting cards for every occasion. Princeton Drug is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturday from 8:30 to 2:30. No deliveries on Saturday.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
103 West Main Street, Princeton. Phone 365-5585.
And we are back at Butler Stadium. We're at halftime. Caldwell County Lady Tigers lead the Madisonville North Hopkins Lady Maroons 1-0. And that was on a goal by Laney Fletcher. Actually, it was a free kick, a penalty kick. Well, not a penalty kick, but called on the foul by Mackenzie Smiley from about 22 yards out. The deflection hit the crossbar, and on the crash, 2 or 3 Lady Tigers in front of the net. Laney Fletcher there to put the header in with about a minute left in the first half. And that's where we stand right now at halftime, 1-0 Caldwell County. But Joe Mack, Caldwell County came out with some intensity in this game. They know what's on the line. Madisonville tried to make a little spurt there towards the middle, maybe 10 minutes left in the first half. They were looking for their big player, Maggie Holmes, the big scorer, but Caldwell County's defense shut her down most of the half. And then the Lady Tigers seemed to pick it back up. You made the point about fresh legs with all these substitutions. Looks like it kind of paid off there at the end as Laney Fletcher came back in the ball game. Hadn't been in very long, able to be in the right spot and put that header in to give the Lady Tigers a big 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I tell you, Dennis, the Lady Tigers, they came out strong, which you love to see. Really controlled a lot of the game. You know, like in anything, had a little balancing. Madisonville made a little adjustments. Didn't really have any major threats, but got the ball down into the Tiger territory for a little bit. Lady Tigers regrouped, moved some players around, kept fresh legs out there, and you could tell they took back control of that second part of the half. And I credit Janina. You know, they were moving that ball up. She's moving without the ball. She's pressuring. The poor number 17 for the Maroons, the center halfback, had all she wanted with Janina on top of her, making her having to play plays. And she is the one, based on a great pass, that got down, that drew that penalty. So because of the great play here, Caldwell did what we hoped they would do. Right. They got a goal before half.
And that's a big goal tonight, the way these defenses are both standing up, and you've got 2 pretty good keepers because the Madisonville keepers made some nice stops. You know
really
what
has.
Drew Thomas can do on the other end. That's why she's all region.
I tell you, you made a great point.
One goal might go a long way tonight.
Well, you made a great point. Drew makes a pivotal save. I mean, a great shot. Madisonville's best opportunity, makes a nice move, moves the ball into the middle, point-blank shot, heading into the upper part of the goal. Drew, great reaction, bounces it up, corrals, her deflection, and all of a sudden it's no threat. That ball goes in on a lot of goalies. That's the benefit of having Hadley back there.
Yeah, she makes it look routine.
Yes, that's
the way she did it. It's as calm as could be, tapped it up, and came back down with it. And her kicks are going to give Caldwell County, if we talked to Coach Jacobs about that before the game also, if we can start making the first touch on some of those punts out by Drew and pick up those possessions, you're looking at least a minimum of half dozen possessions a game that you're going to gain just off the leg of Drew Thomas.
And I tell you, I like the intensity that we're seeing, and it's kind of sitting up here like the rest of the. Get a nice viewpoint, over in the stands. Get a nice viewpoint of Butler Field. You can tell the Tigers they're engaged. They're Lady Tigers. I think they had this game circled, and they're playing to the level of play that we expected.
Oh, absolutely, and you're right. They had it circled because they want to defend again, and they've got bigger things set in store this year, they believe, to go a little bit farther in the region, maybe win the region. It's an open region. You've got to get through Henderson. Every year you go through Henderson anyway.
Yes.
But they think they have the squad that can do it. And tonight's a first step in that, because the winner of this, Caldwell County plays Hopkins Central coming up. I had it here. Let's see. Hopkins Central is here on the 14th. No, it's away on the 14th. But a win tonight and a win over Hopkins Central, you're automatically in the region. Win or lose what you do in the district. So a big game tonight for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, great start for the Lady Tigers this first half. I'm expecting Coach is going to have his players ready to come out the second half the same as they did the beginning of the game.
I think he likes the aggressiveness. He likes the physical play that's going on. Kelsey Adams has to be a little bit careful with the yellow card early in the first half on kind of a touchy foul. But aside from that, everybody's got free range. They're all free to get a yellow if they need one, if the situation came up. Not that they try to get one, but you want to keep that aggressive play going in this ball game.
Yeah, and again, and for the players' point, they have picked up. I mean, the intensity picked up on both sides, which you'd expect. You don't want anybody to get hurt, but you hope the refs call a fair and just consistent game. Seemed like there was a little inconsistency, based on the beginning calls that we saw, and then as the game went on. Let's see what happens. But again, we appreciate our officiating crew. It's a thankless job at most times. But overall, Tigers, great play. You can't get too wound up with the officiating. You got to play your game, not worry about the calls. They tend to even out, and just take care of business with the ball.
One stat, a referee has never scored a goal in a high school game. So that's the stat you got to keep in mind when this goes on. So you got to play through a lot of that. Do want to mention real quick, though, Friday night comes up. It's high school football action. The weather is supposed to be great. Nothing like the remnants of the hurricane last week. Low 50s this Friday night as Caldwell County takes a short drive over to Marion, Kentucky to take on the Crittenden County Rockets. We'll be on the air. Bob Hayes will be on the air with Coach David Barnes at 6 o'clock. Then we'll have the pregame show at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock from Marion. Hope everybody can go over and check it out. If not, we'll have it here on 103.3 The Tiger and also streaming live on WPKYonline.com. Darren doing a great job. We may advance to a dual camera setup maybe this coming week.
You never know what's going to come out of the WPKY online team. Ty and Darren and Audrey, John, the staff over at WPKY. Couldn't be more proud of them and thankful for what they do, for the radio station, for the community, for our Tiger and Lady Tiger sports. Yeah, exciting. Got football, we're in soccer. I mean, got all kinds of things. Volleyball, all kinds of things happening. But here we're getting ready to start off again, Den.
All right, well, we are into the last 40 minutes of this one. Caldwell County leads it going into the second half, 1-0. Madisonville lost the toss. They have first possession here in the second half as Caldwell County took the ball in the first half instead of deferring. So Madisonville puts it in play quickly. They want to be a little bit aggressive. They're going to drive this one into the corner. Should go almost out of bounds. They keep it in, and it's going to be a corner right off the bat as they call that one off of Kelsey Adams. So Madisonville 15 seconds into the second half, and they have their third corner kick of the night coming up.
Now, I tell you what, you could tell that was a set play, and that was a great ball put down long, stayed in. Of course, I was hoping it'd get out, but it stayed in.
One of the nuances of Butler Stadium, I think the hill kind of kept that one in. It goes uphill under the scoreboard.
Yep.
Corner kick up in the air and flicked out by Taylor Freeman.
Great flick by Freeman.
Taylor, a tall player, able to get up over everybody and coming out with it. I think that's Goffinette. Goffinette gets it over to Freeman. Got Fletcher down this side if she can catch up. Ball deflected towards the sideline. It's going to be Caldwell County throw-in. But if Taylor could have caught up with that ball, it was one touch over to Fletcher and another goal coming.
Absolutely.
Nice flick by Fletcher. Tried to get Freeman. Madisonville feels the pressure. They're going to kick it out of bounds down into the corner. And it'll be another throw-in for the Lady Tigers.
Hey, proud of those Tigers, how they got out of that tight corner opportunity for the Maroons.
Maroons kick it back out, look up the field on the near side. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in. McKenna Jackson back in the ball game. Good to see her. She took a little bit of a spill late in that second half. She's back in. Yep. Freeman with a nice cross looking for Goffinette. Fletcher there on the rebound, puts a shot up, but well wide right, and it'll be a goal kick for Madisonville. You like the pressure coming out in this first minute, though, Joe?
Absolutely. I tell you, Madisonville, scary opportunity for them. Gets that ball down, but Lady Tigers clear that ball, and then all of a sudden put the pressure right back on.
So goal kick by Madisonville comes up far side. Up in the air, there's Ginn with the first touch. Gets it over to Lucy. Lucy gets it back over to Jackson. It's going to go out of bounds off of Jackson right under the broadcast booth, and it'll be a throw in for Madisonville. Fletcher drops back defensively for the Caldwell County Lady Tigers off of Laney. Another throw in coming up for the Maroons. Goffinet on the far sideline. And that one, a lot of contact. It's going to go Caldwell County ball.
Not sure if that ever came in.
I think in some circles that's called a do-si-do that somebody was helping McKenna through back there. But she was getting led like a square dance. Call does go to Caldwell County. Nice play by Fletcher, deflected off of Madisonville. Coming up is Carnahan. She gets beat. Now Caldwell County is racing back. Nice step up by Kelsey Adams. Ginn giving chase. Good play there.
Great play by Hannah Young.
Hannah Young comes through big time for Caldwell County. Plays the ball up. Looking for Goffinet. Goffinet actually pushed.
Yeah, but
no call on the play.
She stays with it. Has good. Good.
Freeman wants to drop it back. Now she looks up the field for Goffinet. See if Lucy can get it in. Puts the center ball over. Janina there with the lob and no good over the back of the net. The ball just took a little bit too high a bounce. Janina caught it off more of her shin guard, I think, than her foot, and put that one over the back of the net.
Yeah, tries to settle. Puts the. Tries to put that ball, just comes off the top of her foot.
But good hustle down there by Lucy Goffinet to even catch up with that, let alone make the cross that she did.
Absolutely. That's a great play by Goffinet.
Goal kick comes out, headed by Smiley. Smiley gets it back up to Janina. Janina playing position. Fletcher on the deflection comes out looking for Goffinet. Race to the corner. Madisonville puts it back out. Coming up is Sarah Grace Carnahan. Lets this one loose and wide to the right. I think she was in between a shot and a pass on that one. Didn't really make up her mind on that one because she has plenty of leg.
Oh, yeah.
That spot to put that ball in.
Yeah, that's one of those rollers toward you, so you know she's got what it takes, and I think you're right. I think she just probably saw something right the last second, trying to push it down the side as opposed to taking that shot.
And the goal kick by Madisonville. They do not use the keeper for their goal kicks. They bring a player back. She brings it up near the midfield circle. There's Ginn, drops it off to Jackson. Jackson finds her just ahead of Laney Fletcher, charging in from this far sideline, cross court or cross field. I'm getting a couple of months ahead before basketball here.
That's right.
I'm warming up for that West Kentucky Hoops Fest coming up. We've got coming to Princeton.
No, that will be exciting.
That's going to be a fun time. Push in the back.
Okay, they called
against
it.
Ginn.
Oh, they're calling it the other way.
And I think maybe he'll switch that one. I don't see that. When you see Maggie's head flick back because of the push, you got to go that way. I'm not sure about this.
I clearly am confused.
Actually, they're calling a
foul.
Okay,
there it is. Okay.
Now they're going to turn it back around.
I thought so. I think he was just confused there.
And they're going to give time for the players to retreat because it was a mistake on the referee's part. So they do the right thing there, that they let the players set up.
Correct. That's exactly right. He made a mistake on which way to call the ball and corrected it and gave the players a chance.
Carnahan goes on the whistle.
A
little after the kick play by number 22, that's their big player, Maggie Holmes, that we talked about earlier, picks up a yellow.
And explain that, Dennis. The reason why that's a yellow is because she challenged that ball. It's a free kick, and they have to be 10 yards away for a free kick, and you cannot challenge.
Yeah, and she took off on pretty much a dead run up to it. So Sarah Grace will get another one from the spot of the foul, and Holmes will come over to the bench for a couple of minutes and then check back in.
Yeah, but again, the right call.
Yeah, you've got to have the 10 yards. In fact, they could walk her off back probably a couple here, but Carnahan had plenty of leg to get that one up over the wall, picked up on the far side of the 18 by the keeper.
Good ball up. Keeper makes a nice play coming out and corralling that ball.
She's way out of the net in case this one takes a Caldwell bounce very quickly. Does not. There's Ginn, though, battling two players. Now Carnahan with a nice touch pass, looking up for Janina. Janina in a race down the field, puts it into the corner, and nobody home for Caldwell County. Let's see if it goes corner. It is a corner. She did deflect it off the Madisonville player. So the Lady Tigers' second corner kick of the evening, as Smiley will go down to the entrance gate to take this one.
Yeah, nice play by Sarah Grace, putting that ball, moving it to the other side of the field, and there's Janina. In a foot race, like you said, tries to make a move, kicks it off the Madisonville player, corner kick.
Smiley puts the ball up, deflected off of the keeper's hand, off the crossbar, and Madisonville tries to come back out now. That's Freeman looking for Ginn. Ginn had it taken away. Now Madisonville with the transition back up the field. They look for the through ball, but there's Kelsey Adams right there for that nice defensive line for Caldwell County. Plays it back to midfield. Madisonville now has it back into their offensive end. And Adams is going to kick this one out of bounds, and she'll reset the defense. Or did not go out, went off of the Madisonville player and kept in by Sarah Grace Carnahan.
Nice clear by Kelsey. Good play by Carnahan to move that ball up.
And Goffinette got a pretty good lick in over there. No call on that one.
Yeah. Might have got away with one there.
Madisonville goes under the leg of Smiley. They'll come back across midfield. Defensively there
nice play
is
by
McKenna Jackson.
Just smart.
Steady player.
Yes, saw that ball, just got a little too far out in front of the Madisonville player and made that move.
This ball does get through, though, down the right-hand side. Madisonville with the cross off of the Madisonville player's head. Coming back up to clear that one out and clean it up is Kelsey Adams. Yeah, a lot of space there, Joe. Madisonville had basically a 3-on-1 at one point.
Yeah, somehow they had two players free in the middle, Dennis, and that's uncharacteristic of the Lady Tiger defense.
Yeah, you've got to get Young and Carnahan over to pick those two up. Madisonville puts a shot on goal across the end line. Let's see if they call deflection or a corner. And the far side referee is calling the corner kick for Madisonville. It'll be their fourth one of the evening. We're about 10 minutes gone in the second half. Caldwell still leads this one 1-0 on a goal by Laney Fletcher with about a minute left in the first half. Madisonville sets this one up, far sideline corner. Ball up in the air high, goes all the way across. Ball still loose in the box. Caldwell County kicks it up. Madisonville gives chase, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Madisonville. Good job by Fletcher to kick that one outside.
Yeah, that was close play. That ball, from our angle, it looked like it might not have came in, but it did. Just through the goal mouth, and Tigers able to clear it to the side, and then Fletcher finally able to get it over for a throw-in.
Pookie Trailer set to check into the ball game at the next dead ball for Caldwell County. Madisonville with the throw. Big throw into the box, kicked out of bounds by Caldwell County. It'll be another throw by the Lady Maroons. A lot riding on the line. We mentioned in the pregame, you win this one, you beat Hopkins Central, and you are automatically in the regional tournament as the #1 seed in the district. Ball loose in the box, still batted around, a couple of headers, and snatched away by Drew Thomas.
Great play by Thomas in the right spot. Great header by the Maroon player, but Thomas there.
Thomas with the ball all the way back out to midfield. First touch by Smiley. Smiley plays it over to Fletcher. Fletcher has some time. Now Madisonville comes up. She puts it down into the corner. Nice job looking for Janina in the near side corner. Janina has it, kicked out of bounds by Madisonville. Much better job tonight by Caldwell County making the first touch on a lot of these kicks out by Drew Thomas. It's going to be a throw in, Lady Tigers. Off of a Madisonville player. Fletcher there for Caldwell County trying to get in front of her. She does. And that's going to go off of Madisonville, be Caldwell County throw. Off of Madisonville's head again. It'll be another throw. Jackson will take this one again. Got a substitution. Pookie Trailer is going to come in. Let's see who she gives the rest to. And I'm not seeing who came out.
Janina came out.
Okay, Janina came out on the far end. She was taking the throw. Morgan McDaniels will be set to check in at the next dead ball for Caldwell County. Taylor Freeman put a little deflection shot
Yes.
on. I thought it was going to get lost in the crowd,
Yes, it almost did.
but the keeper comes up with it, so she'll take the punt out. Low line drive, first touch, and controlled by Freeman. Freeman takes it off a Madisonville player. This one rolled to the corner, giving chase is Trailer. Trailer blocked away at the last minute by a back line from Madisonville as the keeper comes in and makes the sliding grab.
Yeah, good aggressive approach by Pookie, just not able to get through that last player. Great play by Taylor.
First touch by Freeman. Freeman goes down. No call on the play. Freeman hopping back up. Fletcher takes it off a Madisonville player, but they're going to give it to Madisonville anyway. Throw in goes high on this one. And let's see. And they're going to call a high kick on Kelsey Adams, but Joe, I'm sure people may be getting tired of us talking about some of these calls tonight, but still just very questionable calls here in a big game. First, I'm surprised with a district game like this, there's not 3 referees on tap.
Yeah, it's an interpretation call. It wasn't over the Madisonville players' midsection, so really should not have been considered a high kick. But again,
Madisonville had the free kick. Now they're going to take the long shot. This will be picked up easily by Drew. She had a couple of players around her, but they know they can't make the contact with her in that position. As Drew puts this one out off the head of
nice
Freeman.
Flick.
Almost in line for Pookie. Good play there by Ginn. Had it momentarily for Caldwell County, but stolen away by Madisonville. Far sideline was Carnahan on defense. Now Madisonville has it. Too much room for Madisonville. You got to close in on that. You don't want to let them penetrate too deep in that corner.
Unlucky.
And the ball is
unlucky off a hand.
off a hand of Caldwell County. This is going to be a scoring opportunity for Madisonville. 25 minutes left in the ball game.
Hey, just 2. Step off the third.
And what would you say, Joe, about 25 yards out?
Yeah, that's probably accurate. And these are the ones, you just you rely on Drew to set up her defense the way she wants.
Caldwell County is set. 2-player wall, 10 yards away. Ball is in the air. Pooch kick. That's going to go out of bounds across the end and well wide to the right.
Yeah.
So Caldwell County dodged a bullet there with the free kick from that distance.
You think about it. That's we're inside that a little bit, but that's how we get our goal. So definitely scoring opportunity, but was not taken advantage of by the Maroons. So
McEnany and McDaniels in as Freeman came out. Didn't catch the other player that came out with Taylor. I think it was Carnahan. Handball.
Yep.
I think she even told on herself on that one. That one was so obvious. So
that ball takes funny bounces at times. So.
And instinctively, she just put the right hand up. Adams puts this one well in play off the head of Madisonville, but right back to Ginn. Ginn at midfield. Switches fields to the far side. Looking for Goffinet. Goffinet in the battle at midfield on the far side. McDaniel is there to help out. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Lady Tiger throw from the far side. Joe, we talked early in this contest when it looked like it's going to stay close, defensive play and will, that one goal might go a long way, and it has so far. We're about 24 minutes left in the ball game. Caldwell County still leads this one 1-0.
Yeah,
big roll back for Caldwell County, but picked up by Madisonville.
And what I'd say, pretty even play this half so far. Both teams aggressive. Both teams having a few opportunities.
Yeah.
Mixing it up in the middle of the field. Good soccer is what we're watching.
Ball picked up by the keeper on a shot that went through off of Freeman. I think the official talking to the student section. Not sure what's being said on the far side. We said we had a big student turnout tonight, which is great. We love the enthusiasm that those kids bring to the ball game night in and night out here for soccer.
Wow, that was a sandwich.
Smiley gets sandwich. Ball comes out. Now McEnany in a battle. Madisonville able to get it away, but there's Kelsey Adams put it back up the field. Madisonville with the header to keep it in their offensive end. Drop to number 22, Holmes. Holmes gets around one player, now takes it to the far corner. Madisonville with the penetration. Ball up. on the deflection.
Clear.
I think
Good.
that was Young there for Caldwell County.
Yep.
Hey, let's shape up. We've got
Yep.
a transition.
Young makes a great play, challenges number 7 for Madisonville, and then Maggie clears the ball out.
Stays Lady Maroon ball. They take the throw from about the 18 extended. Ball loose just at the top of the 18. McDaniels will take it up. She'll clear it out of bounds and set her defense as Carnahan and Freeman are set to check back into the ball game. Madisonville with the throw again, about the same spot, 18 extended, off of the knee of McDaniels.
Good.
Madisonville with the header back into the box, still loose. Caldwell trying to
Good.
look around and get somebody to get that ball out. They finally do, and it'll roll out of bounds far or near sideline.
Gid did a good job kicking that ball out.
Sir!
Okay,
And
they
some
saw
jersey
the
grabbing and pushing going on between Laney Fletcher and number 4 for Madisonville. That's Kathleen Ramsey.
Right. The player right on it. I mean, the referee right on that call. So
Laney's got to keep her head on that. I know she got her jersey pulled first,
Yep.
but she can't retaliate with the obvious push. You've been around soccer
absolutely,
enough
yeah,
with
that's part of the game
daily playing
sometimes.
too that you know the second person that does anything 90% of the time is going to be the
Everyone's
penalized
get called.
party.
And sometimes that's by design.
Yeah, you are absolutely right.
They'll go after certain players and try to draw them.
Ball in between 3 players, but there's Pookie Trailer giving fight against Madisonville. The ball comes back out to McEnany. McEnany had a lane looking down the corner, trying to find Fletcher. Let's see if Fletcher kept it in and did. Plays it back to McEnany. McEnany's got the drop to Jackson. Jackson has one coming up on her and gets bumped. It'll be Caldwell County free kick from about 30 yards out this time. We'll call it maybe even 35 on this one. Mackenzie Smiley will tee this one up. They're going to move the Madisonville player back. Smiley still has plenty of leg from here.
Oh, absolutely.
Boom, it's up, and nice
this is
lob.
gonna be trouble.
It's going to be trouble and caught right in front of the net. About another 3 yards on that one, and she had enough distance to go.
Like you said, she had the ability.
Good job by Jackson defensively. A couple of touches, but gets it back up to McEnany. Over to Fletcher. Fletcher plays it down, but right to the hands of the keeper. Giving chase over there. Nice hustle was Pookie Trailer, but well behind that ball.
Yeah, I think Fletcher was trying to get it over to the other side of the field, just turning a little bit too much on it.
Janina, Freeman, and Carnahan set to check back into the ball game at the first dead ball for Caldwell County. Good job by Young.
Yes.
Gets the deflection. Madisonville still comes up with it. Caldwell in a dangerous spot here as Madisonville makes a run down the near side. They're going to the corner. Cross over to Madisonville. Madisonville still has possession of it. Battle going on. Madisonville lines up for the shot. Good deflection by Ginn.
Absolutely.
And McEnany sends the ball back out to midfield. Good
Play
job
by
by
Laney.
Fletcher. They're going to call handball on Laney.
It's unlucky.
And it's
Don't
going to
do
be
it, Laney.
Madisonville ball as the players get back into their positions. Laney had to give her 10 yards, and
Yep,
she was
she
on
did.
the way, so no foul
She
against
was
Laney for walking away.
She wasn't challenging it. She was walking away. So
Ball goes in, headed by Young. Madisonville has it top of the 18. Ball still loose, kicked over the back of the net. That was number 22, Holmes. She has 5 goals in 6 games for the Lady Maroons this year.
happy to see that ball go out in a goal kick, and we
Goal
bring
kick.
in some fresh legs.
Pookie Trailer coming out, Mackenzie Smiley coming out, and McDaniels coming out. Morgan giving good minutes tonight. 2 or 3 times she's been in the ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. Good platooning. You know, really, this is that little push that we kind of saw from Madisonville in the first half. Let's
Drew
reset
Hadley.
here and let the Lady Tigers take back over.
Drew Haley tried to get it out. Big kick there by Young. Takes one in the ribs
want this.
as she gets it out to Janina. Ball comes back up to midfield. Madisonville has it. Ginn trying to get around. The ball is going to go out of bounds. I'll tell you what, Joe, we've got 22 minutes gone in the half. Let's take a quick timeout,
Yep. Let's take
and
a
we'll
quick
be
timeout.
back. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer here on WPKY.
At participating KFCs, prices may vary. Tax extra.
Porter Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Katy, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Back to Butler Stadium after some commotion and a yellow card given to Coach Jacobs on the play as he was letting the official know about the shot to the ribs that Young took down in the defensive end.
Inside of her, Maddie.
Referee did pass the yellow card on to Coach Jacobs, so he, along with Kelsey Adams, will have to watch what they do just a little bit tighter for the remainder of this ball game.
Right. Clearly very emotional. But again,
everybody
like
on the
you
field
said,
knows what's
composure.
involved tonight.
Yep.
Come on, Maddie. That's not a bad ball.
Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Jackson with the throw. Looking for Freeman. Freeman has it on the drag. Tries to change fields on it. Looks across field. Freeman went down on the play. No call. Back up to Ginn. Ginn wanted to put the big lob on. Goes off the side of her foot. And it goes out of bounds. Far sideline. It'll be throw in for Madisonville. Goffinette with first touch. Goes out of bounds. Throw in from about the same spot. Comes back into the Lady Tigers. Over to Freeman. Freeman
Nice touch.
wanted to have the shot. Turns, deflected, but right to Goffinette. Goffinette wants to put the shot towards goal. Deflected again out of bounds. It'll be a throw in Caldwell County. Mackenzie Smiley set to check back in. They could blow a whistle here, let her back in, but they missed that one. Good flick there by Freeman. Madisonville sends it far side, out of bounds again. Throw in for Madisonville. Throw in for Caldwell County, excuse me, as Smiley comes back into the ball game. And McEnany will come out. And Joe, if we get a chance to talk after the game with Coach Jacobs, we've got to mention the great minutes that these substitutes came in from freshmen to upperclassmen, put quality minutes in every time a substitute came in.
Yeah, really, you haven't lost any quality of play by the substitutes coming in, which is, again, just the strength of this Lady Tiger team, that they could move players in and out.
Goffinette puts a shot on goal from about 30 yards out, stopped by the keeper. She'll come out for her punt at the far side of the 18.
Sure-handed play by the goalie because Janina's right there.
Kick out headed by Freeman. I'm really impressed at the first touches that Caldwell County has put on these punts from both ends. Madisonville's keeper and from Drew Hadley. We've had a lot of first touches, saved a lot of possessions tonight.
Yeah, and again, just seeing from the previous game to this game, the difference in getting to the ball first.
Jackson with the throw in, looking down the field, wanting to get Janina. Janina in a battle. Let's see if it goes out on Madisonville, and does. It'll be Lady Tiger throw deep in their own offensive end.
Well, I sure like to see the Tigers get one more on this.
One goal would, you're right.
Scoreboard.
It'd be huge at this point. Ball comes back up to Holmes. Holmes has it just outside the circle, trying to bring it up the field as the teams transition. Madisonville now quickly up the field, giving chases Smiley. Madisonville drops it into the corner. There defensively is Adams. They play it to the middle. Ball still loose in front of the 18. Madisonville tried to come up with the shot. And it's a handball on Madisonville. It'll come back to Caldwell County.
Okay.
And Drew Hadley will take the free kick. We're making sure that was situated right. We've seen them change their call a couple of times tonight late.
Yeah, so glad this one ends up on the Lady Tiger foot.
First touch by Madisonville, but there's Kelsey Adams, comes up, fights through a couple of players, gets it over to Ginn. Now Mackenzie Smiley gives chase. Ginn goes down on the play on a push. And no call on that one. Ball loose in front of the 18. Big play by Kelsey Adams to put a stop to that one. Gets it over to Carnahan. Carnahan takes it back out near midfield looking for Goffinette. Madisonville kicks it to the far sideline. And this one's going to go down inside the 18. Madisonville has it. Good play.
Good play
Coming
by
back is Fletcher. Fletcher made the deflection, but it is going to be a corner kick. Corner kick number 5 for Madisonville on the night.
That's all right. You don't want to leave that open shot.
Right.
So Fletcher makes a great job coming back to get in front of that ball. Goes off her leg, corner kick, but that's okay.
12 minutes left in the ball game.
Good defensive help.
And Joe, this one cannot end in a tie tonight, being a district game. We're going to have a winner before we leave tonight.
That's all right. Let's hope it's 1-0 or 2-0.
That's what I'm hoping for, especially as early as I get up. I'm really hoping for that.
Now, Dennis, you got to stay here for whatever it takes.
Madisonville with the corner over everybody coming out.
All right.
Caldwell County is able to put it back out about
clear.
20 yards outside the box.
Good job, Adams.
Good deflection there by Adams.
Yep. Got in
And
front of that.
Goffinet gets it up to midfield before it goes out of bounds. And that gives the Lady Tigers defense a little room as Matea Butt set to check in. I think she's going to come in for Fletcher. Fletcher looking for just a little bit of a breather. And then she'll be right back in the ball game.
Yeah, Madisonville with an opportunity there. Ball gets to the middle. We clear. But, of course, that ball comes out, out to the 30, 35, and Madisonville their player. But Adams crashes it, deflects that kick.
Big throw in. I think that had a little sweat on it the way it went up in the air. And a body check over there by Ginn is going to give the ball to Madisonville on the free kick.
That's the right call.
Big kick comes in.
Nice, Smiley.
Headed by Smiley. Butts coming out to help out on that one. Now Madisonville has it back at the corner of the 18. Step over move. Gets it out of bounds. Oh, it stays in. Smiley able to keep that one in. Looking up the field for Janina. Madisonville keeps it back down. Handball not called. And big nice save by Drew Thomas. But an obvious hand call right here that's missed again.
Yep.
Drew with the kick out.
There's the kick we're used to.
And that's over the head of everybody. They're going to call.
What do we got?
What did they call? A push? There's no way. There is no way that ball bounced. And it was a perfect bounce for Janina, who had position to go over everybody. And he called the push on Taylor Freeman. Probably the worst call of the night.
Well, I was watching Janina. She was pacing that ball. I did not see the play.
Both teams have been,
you talk about an opportunity.
Dealt some bad calls by the officiating tonight, but that one by far the worst for either side. The kick goes back. Caldwell County able to get a couple of players to head it out. Finally, Adams puts it back up to midfield. Madisonville drops back giving chase, but there's Goffinet coming out of nowhere. Lucy's got some speed. Now Madisonville with the big clear.
No, they're going to call that.
They're going to call that with the check. I think that was... Let's see who it's going to be. Young with the hip check is going to give Madisonville another kick. No, they're going to call that one on Holmes. I thought for a second they were calling that on Young. It's going to go against Holmes.
That was Adams, and she positioned herself in the body, and she got a push in the back. So
the ball comes back up. Caldwell County now has it.
Just
back.
Two players got
Janina
tied
gets
up
it
there.
over to Smiley. Smiley looking down this side, and they're going to call. I think they called offside. Did they call offsides?
I don't see how it could have been offside.
And that's his call. He's going to call offsides from about 20 yards back. That's probably the biggest thing of having just two referees.
Yeah,
you don't have one running the sideline.
Right. That is tough.
I knew Fletcher wouldn't be out long. She's set to check back in. Next dead ball for Caldwell County as the Lady Tigers lead this one. 8.5 left in the ball game. Pookie Trailer set to check in also. Again in a battle, goes down. Caldwell County not going to get a call on that side of the field. It's obvious at this point.
Yeah, they just got to play through it. Got to play through it. Good pass there.
Good pass. Taylor gets it up to Matea. Matea has some room down into the corner. She's got Janina across net.
Nice move.
Good move by Matea. Puts a shot off the deflection. Comes back out towards Jackson. Giving chase was Freeman also. It goes off of Ginn. Now Jackson comes up. Gets very good position. This one's still loose. Jackson's going to drop back. Madisonville turns the other way. And a good play by Ginn as she'll poke it out of bounds.
Yeah, let that defense reset.
7.5 left.
Ooh,
and if Caldwell holds this lead about another 3 or 4 minutes, expect a lot of substitutions by Coach Jacobs to try to eat some of that clock up.
Absolutely.
As Janina and Goffinet come out of the ball game. Probably the last time they'll see the bench for the remainder of this one. That one rolls out of bounds across the end. I never saw anybody touch the ball, and he just looked around and gave her a corner kick out of it.
I think Madisonville player talked him into that.
I'm telling you, Joe, we like to give him the benefit of the doubt when we can, but 7 minutes left. Sixth corner kick of the night for Madisonville. Goes well across the net. That one's headed out on the far side to the corner. Madisonville turns, puts it back towards the middle. Still a fight. Good. And finally cleared out by Caldwell County and giving chase his Pookie trailer. Madisonville with the shot. This will be picked up by Drew Thomas. And Drew's going to hold it just a second, let everybody get set and collect some composure with 6.5 minutes left in the ball game.
Yep.
Lucy Goffinette set to check back in for the Lady Tigers.
I want everybody to keep your heads about them. We expected this. Hard-fought battle.
Ball goes off of Smiley. Madisonville takes it, puts the lob back up. Nobody home for Madisonville. And Drew Hadley able to pick up another one. Intense game tonight here at Butler Stadium. Caldwell County still holding that 1-0 lead off the goal by Laney Fletcher late in the first half. Head flick by Smiley goes off a Madisonville player. They gain possession. Step around by Holmes across in front of Ginn. She puts the ball into the net again towards the net, but Drew Hadley there once again for Caldwell County. And Drew's not going to be in a big hurry to put this one out of the net for the rest of this game.
No, she's taking the right amount of time. You can't take too long, or the same thing could happen, Dennis. You could get a card by delay a game. I think that's the call.
Step over move by Holmes.
Look out.
They put the shot up. It's wide left, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Drew Thomas.
Got a sub.
Hey, take your time. Take your time. There's no rush.
And Matea Butts will come out. Matea been in a couple of 3 times tonight. Joe Mack and
makes a great play down low. Almost gets a shot off earlier. So great playing by Matea.
Push in the back, no call on Taylor Freeman. She's able to recover and come back up with the ball.
Nice flick.
Puts a poke through, looking for a trailer.
Nice.
Taylor has it placed it around 2 players. Pookie's got some speed. Let's see if she can catch up to it. Cannot. This one's going to roll towards the sideline and out of bounds. Lady Tiger throwing their offensive end. Clock cannot tick fast enough at this point for the Lady Tigers as we cling to a 1-0 lead in this big district showdown.
Ball coming in.
And referee calls from the far side of the field.
Well, it's going to be a Tiger kick on the
I think it is. I think they're going to call finally a push against Taylor Freeman.
Wow.
So from about 20 yards out, Smiley will have this one. 3-man wall right now for the Lady Maroons. He's going to back McKenzie up to about 22 yards. And take them to walk this one out. He's going to allow them to come up about 3 steps. Smiley, plenty of leg on this one. Big setup on the far side. Ball up in the air and just over the corner. Smiley, such a strong kick. That's more of a finesse shot, even from 22, 25 yards.
Yeah, that one carried a little too far for her. I liked her idea, far bar, and that's where you want to put it. The ball just carried.
Tough week for the Lady Tigers as they have Madisonville tonight, Davis County on Thursday, and then go all the way to Evansville to play Wrights High School on Saturday. So a tough competition this week for the Lady Tigers. That one's going to be a throw-in far sideline just in front of the student section for Madisonville as we tick down almost 3 minutes left in the ball game right now. Caldwell County 1, Madisonville nothing. That one's going to go out of bounds. And let's see, it does go Caldwell County's way.
Yeah, Lady Tiger throw.
Look for those substitutions start coming in from Coach Jacobs just any time to try to eat some of this clock up with about 3 minutes left. They get it over to Smiley. Smiley on a rundown, kicked away to the far sideline by Madisonville, so it'll be a throw-in Caldwell County.
Get one, Taylor.
Taylor with the kick, goes down inside the 18. Madisonville clears it out. Now there's Fletcher trying to gain possession on the far sideline. She turns, puts it back over towards Smiley. Deflected out of bounds by Madisonville. Still Caldwell County ball.
Yeah, good fighting by the Tigers down in the Madisonville end.
2.5 minutes left in this one. Caldwell County with the 1-0 lead. Ball comes out. There's Smiley between two people, between three. It looked like she was going against literally like she had the position against a blocking dummy trying to get two.
They were collapsing on her. They weren't
two players.
They weren't going to let her get an open shot.
Throw in comes in looking for Freeman. Freeman wants to pull it to the near side where she had Goffinette standing one-on-one. Madisonville with the clear. There's Kelsey Adams playing center field for the Lady Tigers. Puts it back into the offensive end for the team in white. Madisonville takes it out of bounds, far sideline, throw in right from midfield. Players know how much time's left on the clock. Madisonville plays it into the corner. That's going to roll across the end line.
Okay, that's good.
And it will be a goal kick for Caldwell County. Coach Jacobs has already received a yellow card and did get a warning. I don't know if you picked up on it, Joe, that the referee said watch delay of game.
Yeah, we don't want to go the other route. You just got to play smart. So Drew understands the game. She no delay game there. It's all within the time frame of the goalie can set up and make her shot. Wow.
Now it's a one-on-one race with Pookie that Madisonville kicks out of bounds because Pookie, one of the fastest forwards on the whole squad. Throw in goes back to Pookie. She works with one player. They kick it out towards the restroom area, the concession area at Butler Stadium. And I think they're going to call that one somehow against Pookie.
Yeah, they're going to say it was off her. I'm guessing it's a throw-in.
I think they.
Yeah, it's got to be a throw-in back there.
Foul on her. Yeah, out of bounds. So Madisonville's throw. Clock is stopped. It's all on the yellow jerseys right now. And when to blow the whistles on this one, student section on their feet. Everybody on their feet on Caldwell County's side over there as they got this 1-0 lead. Madisonville tries to work it through that defense. Played back to Carnahan. Carnahan takes it off of Madisonville player. Lady Tiger throw in front of the student section on the far side.
You can sense it, Dennis. We've got to be close here.
Carnahan got that one in, I think, a little bit quicker than what the coach really wanted. Ginn goes down to one knee, still able to put the kick away. Madisonville kicks it out of bounds. Carnahan goes over. She'll pick this one up and get it in play again. Looking for Freeman. Over to Carnahan. Carnahan with a deflection back to Freeman. Freeman wants to switch fields to go the other way.
Yep, that's game.
And that's the ball game. There's the final whistle. Caldwell County scores with 1 minute left in the first half, and they hold on. It's Caldwell County 1, Madisonville 0. We'll be back to wrap this one up with the look at the stats for the game and also talk to Coach Jacobs and wrap it up. Take a look at the week's broadcast schedule. All that coming up in 2 minutes. So stay tuned. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on WPKY.
Planters Bank, located at 208 North Jefferson Street, is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Kids love playing outdoors, and it's up to all of us to make sure they do it safely. City Rail Electric reminds you to remind the kids to stay away from electrical substations and avoid playing near green electrical boxes. Do not climb trees or fly kites and mount airplanes near power lines. Keep ladders and poles away so the kids can't fly them or raise them near power lines. A safety reminder from City Rail Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
It's a lot of hard work and fast-paced time of year for our area farmers. Harvest time comes around quickly, and no one knows that better than Fredonia Valley Bank. Surrounded by beautiful corn and bean fields for the past 123 years, it's a real community bank. Fredonia Valley Bank, We find great pleasure in serving our customers and the hard-working farmers and businesses that make up our local communities. We keep the soil flowing through our veins and our hearts grounded in serving our local communities we call home. Visit us today at 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street, Fayetteville. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we are back at Butler Stadium. Caldwell County comes away with a big 1-0 win tonight over Madisonville North Hopkins. They moved to 5-3 on the season, but more importantly, Joe, they take the first step in securing that district regular season championship, a first-round bye in the district tournament, and automatic entry into the regional tournament. They just got to take care of business against Hopkins Central on the 14th.
I tell you, Dennis, everything I expected tonight.
Yeah.
As far as the game, and then what I had hoped also that Caldwell comes away with the victory.
A great job, and Joe, I'll let you talk to Coach Jacobs.
No, I'm gonna let you take over, especially for the first district win. We welcome Coach Jacobs. Hold on just a second.
Good, it's doing good.
Man, congratulations on a big win tonight. Close game. Caldwell comes out with that 1-0 win. It was physical. It was emotional. A great game tonight for your girls to come out and take care of business. There's a few things we want to hit on tonight, but first of all, congratulations. Let me just get your thoughts on how this game went.
Oh, thank you. I'm extremely proud of this group. I've about got no voice right now, but so proud of this group. They knew coming into this game Madisonville wanted it. They knew we got them twice last year. They were going to be hungry, and they were. Hats off to them for an excellent game. They fought. They were physical. They had chances, but at the end of the day, the better team won.
You're absolutely right. I think, first of all, when the game started, your girls came out and by far the more aggressive team, at least through the first 5 to 10, maybe 12 minutes of the ball game.
Oh, yeah, and that was something that we wanted to start early. We've kind of had a tendency to be a second-half team, and in a game like this, a high-stakes game, you can't be. You've got to come out and play a full 80, and I thought that ours played a full 80 the full way through, and just hats off. They never got up. We had a couple girls out there that played a full 80 minutes. I mean, that never came off, and that takes dedication. We had a discussion at the beginning how in this district and in this game, nothing's given to you. You have to earn everything, and my girls came out and they earned that full 80 minutes and that win.
Well, what about the let's talk about the goal for a minute, because I have one other thing I want to talk to you about after that. But the goal, Smiley put a nice shot on, deflected. The goalie for Madisonville made a great a great stop, deflected it off the crossbar. We looked up, there's 3 white jerseys crashing. Laney Fletcher happened to be the one to get the header on it.
And that's something we've been harping on all year long. I'm sure they get tired of me saying it, that every time you got to crash, because you never know what's going to happen. And in that situation, excellent shot by Mackenzie to put us in that situation. She's always scary on those free kicks, always a threat. And then all 3 of them coming in, and Laney happened to be in the right place at the right time, and that's just excellent play to get ahead on that and finish.
Well, Coach, we want to talk to you about something. Joe Mack and I have talked from the very first game of the season. You've got a deep bench. Those kids came in tonight. You don't ask to get 15 minutes out of one. You ask to get 5, 6 good minutes out of a player and then right back off. You got that with everybody you sent across the field tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, from the top of the bench to the end of the bench, just a fantastic effort. I was fired up down there for them coming off because, every single one, good minutes coming off. We had chances created by those players. They were winning balls. They were hungry, and nothing dropped off when they went in. It made it hard to try and sub the other ones back in. Honestly, it's a dilemma, but it's a good dilemma to have, and just extremely proud of that work.
Well, what about the play of that defensive line tonight? You had some players that you said played 80 minutes. Hannah Young, I don't think Kelsey Adams came out of the ball game
Once.
very much tonight. So you've got some kids back there that just put the lockdown on Madisonville tonight.
And that's something they, although they had a lot of, they were in our end quite a bit there at the end, they didn't really have any quality chances. And that's something that we're very okay with. We're bend, don't break. We know that they're going to put some pressure. We know that they're going to be hungry. But you got to bend and don't break on that. You have to go for it. And I told him, you got to defend like it's the championship. This is your district, and you have to earn it.
And it had that atmosphere tonight with the students over there before the game. This was playoff atmosphere tonight. You've got a big week this week. This game is in the books now. You've got the leg up if you take care of business against Hopkins Central to going straight to the regional tournament and, straight to the championship game of the district, then the region. But a big week. You've got Davis County at Davis County on Thursday, and then Evansville Wrights on Saturday.
Yes, and those are going to be 2 tough games. We'll start with Davis. Davis County is one of those teams that they're a state contender. I think that they're probably the best team in Owensboro this year, and they've shown it with their schedule so far. They've been pretty dominant, and that'll be a good test for us. Those are those type of games that we add to the schedule, and some people may shy away from. But it's kind of our philosophy that if you want to grow as a team, you have to test yourself. You've got to go up against the big ones. You may go into it as an underdog, but you play to the best of your ability, and that helps you grow as a team. That makes you face a little bit of adversity, and whenever push comes to shove, there in the district championship in the regional tournament, that's those games are what pays off.
Well, Coach, again, congratulations on a big win.
Thank you so much.
Your Lady Tigers hold on for a 1-0 win here at Butler Stadium, and in all likelihood, a good chance of being district champions regular season again this year anyway.
All right, yeah, we'll find out next week. So that'll set the stage for it. But thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Coach Eric Jacobs of the Lady Tiger squad. Joe Mack getting the headset back on. And Joe, you said it before the game, it was going to be close. The kids played. Nobody left anything on the field. I mean, it was all the effort that they had when they stepped across the sideline to go on that field tonight. They left it all on the field.
Yeah, just so proud of the Lady Tigers, and hats off to the Lady Maroons. Played an excellent game as well. That's what you hope for from district and the regional games. You hope for a hard-fought battle. What great soccer we saw tonight, Dennis. And again, I thought the Lady Tigers had the edge the majority of the game. They really improved intensity-wise from the last time they played, came out ready. And in the end, the result was what I believe it should have been based on the effort.
I agree with Coach Jacobs and you that the best team actually did win tonight, but a good hard-fought effort, and you do have to give a hand to Madisonville for the effort they put up tonight also.
Absolutely.
That's going to do it for us here tonight, but still a lot on the card for us coming up on Friday night, the trip over to Marion. It's high school football. Caldwell County coming off a great comeback win at Hopkinsville on Saturday.
What an exciting victory.
That was a wonderful win, coming back the way they did to defeat Hopkinsville. Now stand at 2-1 on the season when a lot of people had them picked 0-3 at this point. 2-1, getting ready after Crittenden County to start playing some district games, but it's always a tough rivalry. Crittenden County, always one of the best coached teams around here.
Absolutely. The Crittenden County football program is renowned. The rivalry's fun. And a shout out to the Crittenden team and the school, Crittenden County as well. Really spearheaded an effort for the Coach David Barnes T-shirt. They came into town, watched the Tigers play. A number of the players came in, watched the game when they played Graves. I think it was Graves County. So, and as much that it's a rivalry and good competitive energy, we sure appreciate. I know Coach Al Starnes went through some issues. The Caldwell group got together, supported him. Well, here's their group supporting our coach and our athletic director, David Barnes, with an initiative T-shirt sale. Stay Barnes strong. So, hats off. Looking forward to a great football game Friday. Hope everybody can make the trip. Not, like you say, not too far, just up to Crittenden. If you can't, we will have the game. Of course, you and Bob, great job calling a game.
Thank you.
And it'll be on WPKY online for those who want to watch and listen as well.
Oh, we have a great time with it. We're looking forward to it. Bob will be on with Coach Barnes at 6 o'clock. Our pregame show will get underway at 6:30. We'll break the game down, and then at 7 o'clock, kickoff Caldwell County and Crittenden County on Friday night. And then Saturday morning quarterback starts a whole day of activities. Of course, Black Patch Saturday here in Princeton. So we'll kick it off with the Saturday morning quarterback. I get the opportunity to try that this week with Coach Barnes, so that'll be fun. And then a full day Ty has lined up downtown Princeton for the Black Patch Festival. So a big week for Caldwell County.
Yeah, Ty will keep everybody abreast on the WPKY online Facebook page of what's going on. And for those who can stomach it, you got the Gator and DT show
there you go.
to get the kickoff.
I don't know how I left that out.
Of information and or what's the words I'm looking for?
Oh, just a lot of fun with Gator and DT every week on that show. They have some great guests.
I'd say
you got to give them some credit for having some of the guests on there that they have too. So a great time coming up here on WPKY. I hope you can join us for all of it. So that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Again, the final here at Butler Stadium. It was the Lady Tigers 1, Madisonville 0. Big win for the Lady Tigers. That'll do it for us till Friday night. Hope you'll tune in then. For Joe Mack and for Darren Lewis, I'm Dennis Stevens. Have a good night, everybody.